Elvis once said, if you can't find a partner, use a wooden chair, but from the way we see it, there's nothing wrong with busting a move in your seat. North versus South in the Wyoming Coaches Association All-Star Basketball game in Casper. First quarter, North wearing the brown, and off the opening tip, they went right to work. Bridget Schumacher of Cody takes the assist and lays in the first basket of the game to put her team up 2-0. The South did not take long to answer. Kylie Heiser of Laramie was looking for anyone, but when that did not work, she decided to shoot for three, and that did work. 11 points for the Lady Plainsmen, and the score is 3-2. Things went back and forth for a while, and that was to be expected. Alicia Persheno of Cody is open behind the double team for the first 2 of her 13 points. North goes back up 4-3. The Cody girls were doing all the work early on, and there was an advantage to that. Schumacher takes the assist from her teammate and lays in 2 of her 11. That made the score 8-3. And here comes more from the Phillies. Here's Persheno taking the lob inside for another basket, and the North was up to a good start with a 10-3 lead. The South would regroup and work on the inside game. Madison Forney of Rollins did most of that work and got hacked a few times. She led all scorers with 21 points. South still trails 10-6. Here's something rare. Defense at an all-star game. Cheyenne Balster of Natrona will make sure that ball stays grounded, and that would stop 2 points for the time being. But the South was still on the move. Here's Reagan Wilson of Laramie leading a 2-on-1 fast break, and she'll decide to finish this one herself. She added on 19 points of her own, and her team now leads 14-11. There was more. Let's get Breanne Jackson of Wheatland in here, and the defense just got out of her way. There was no stopping her. 6 points for the Lady Bulldog, and that would cap off a 13-1 run. The South is up 16-11. Back comes the North. Here's Megan Lund of KC putting in her only 2 points of the game, but it was for a good cause, and her team is down 16-13. They were trying to get everyone in on the act. This is Stephanie Session of Sheridan putting in the first 2 of her 9 points, and it's back to a 1-point game, 16-15. But the South was not about ready to give up the lead. Grace Newman of Rock Springs puts in a turnaround jumper. The Lady Tigers scored 6, and the South was up 23-15 after the first 10 minutes. Second quarter, here comes the opposition. Someone forgot about Schumacher, and she's going to make the defense pay with 3. That's how the plan was drawn up. North only down 24-23. The South still managed to keep them at arm's length. That's Morgan Willie of Little Snake River going the other way to lay in 2 of her 12 points. That opened up some breathing room. South leads 29-23. The small school players were making their contributions. Here's another one. Katie Panel from Hewlett, 3-ball in the corner pocket. 5 points for the Lady Red Devil, and the North is down 32-30. Here comes more. Here's Madison Browning of Natrona leading the charge, and she's going to take care of things herself with a great finger roll. 13 points for the Philly, and this game is tied at 34 points apiece. Now, if you notice on some of these highlights, some players were also trying to show off the latest style and shoe colors. Elisa Geiser of Lovell, though, was wearing the pink for a good cause. That got her 7 points. North goes back up 37-35. The South would take the lead back, but the North would reclaim it. Christy Reagan of Lander, swish for 3. The Lady Tiger had 9 points, and her team's back up 40-39. On the other end, Forney is back in the game, and she was doing what she does best, scoring inside, and there was another example. The South trails 42-41 at this point. We're trying to get everyone in that we can. Here's Chelsea Ullery of KC. Hoop and the foul. Her only 3 of the game, but they'll take it. Everything was knotted up at 45 going into the locker room. Third quarter, here's where the tide turned for good. It took a little time, though. Nice drive and finish by Wilson to give the advantage back to the South. It's 51-47. The North hung around for a little while. Prosheno, check out the shoes. It's got to be them, and it was on that jumper. Her team still trails 55-51. Then the South would get to work. Wilson finds room, drives through it, scores. Just another day at the office. It's now 57-51. Let's get the Millward Simpson Award winner in here. That would be Michaela Brower of Torrington. She eyes it, spies it, and buys it. 11 points were her numbers. The scoreboard says 60-51. The South was on a run, and it made a difference. Willie's going coast to coast on this play, and she will not be denied. The lead is in double digits. It's 62-51. Most of the damage was done in this stretch. Heiser takes the pick and roll and does the rest on her own. That would polish off a 13-2 run, and the lead is at 15 points, 68-53. The North was in trouble, and they knew it. Reagan is ahead of the pack and scores off the fast break, but her team never could get the deficit to less than 10 points. We're at 68-57 right now. The South was not going to let up. Heiser for three. Hello. The lead is at its biggest. The South was up 75-57 going into the final 10 minutes. Fourth quarter, the comeback was too late and it was not happening, but the North tried. Browning scores three from the top of the key, but they're still down big, 77-63. We kept playing despite the final outcome. Here's the only 2 points for Balster. We figured we better get her in on the act, but the North is still trailing 85-70. That third quarter run by the South made the difference. Wilson will put the nail in the coffin with this three bomb. That's probably enough, as the South would cruise from there and go on to win 88-74.